Hi, my name is Carehart. What I have on the table today as supplies are the items you need to make a no-sew mask that can hold an N90 filter. If you don't have an N90 filter, whatever kind of filter you choose to put into your mask, and if you don't have any filter at all, it's still better than going out in public without a mask to protect yourself and others. That's the basic guidelines for tonight that was just shared. So I wanted to get this out to you as soon as I could because I have so many people who say, I don't know how to sew, I don't have a machine. Well, I even took it to where I don't even have a level surface to create it on. So I did this on purpose so you can see that you can make this. This is a cotton piece of material cut from a shirt that was 100% cotton, and I washed this material after cutting it. And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit wrinkled, you can choose to do it. If you have a sewing machine, you can choose to sew the edges. You don't have to. And so on this material, it is 14 inches across and 12 inches long. And it's 100% cotton, and it's cut from a shirt, so you don't even need anything fancy. The way you make it is you take your pipe cleaner, and it goes at the top, and you fold down. Keep your pipe cleaner at the top. If you choose to, you can actually tape it, but I don't need to tape it when I insert it on my face. Okay, so the pipe cleaner is hidden at the very top right here. Then you fold up your bottom, and now you have the bottom of your mask. If you don't have a way to measure it, put your hand in the middle. You want a little space on either side of your hand, and that will help you determine the size of it. And don't try to make your hand super tight. Relax your hand, and that helps you size the width you want for your face. Then you take your 2 rubber bands, and you put it in. Keeping your hand in mind. You just wrap it around the edges, and you try to flatten the material a little bit. Of course, it's not going to flatten exactly. Like this. Okay? Now, it's going to start to cup. Make sure that when it cups in the middle, it cups upward. Put your hand back in the middle. Yes, my hand is about the right size I want for my face. Then you fold it over right where the rubber band is. And again, stretch it wide open here, and you fold it over right where the rubber band is. And you're not going to believe this, but you just made a no-sew mask, and at the top, make sure your pipe cleaner or your bread tie is still at the top. At the end of the day, you'll know that this is the outside of your mask. Do not touch, and be very careful on how you handle your mask. It reminds you not to touch your face. If you cough inside. But this is what it looks like. It really is that simple. And then you slip these over your ears. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put it on. Whether you have the filter inside of the mask or not, you can clearly tell which side is the inside versus the outside. Okay, so the inside is where you folded everything, and then you have the outside, and then you have your 2 rubber bands. Right, so grab one rubber band, put your finger in the one, and then put your finger in the other, and you just face it towards your face. Tuck in the extra material, and find your, I put it on upside down. My pipe cleaner is at the bottom. So I'm going to get my pipe cleaner, which you can tell because it looked like it was about to cover my eyes, and put it back on. Now with my pipe cleaner, I can actually control the shape of the mask at the top and get a nice tight fit. And that is true on the bottom. It's below my chin, even though you may not be able to see that. It's on the left, and it's on the right. Okay? So you can tuck it as you need. And my pipe cleaner goes from here to here, so I have a nice clean tight line at the top and at the bottom. It doesn't bother me on the inside personally. Of course, if you were to sew it, you wouldn't have that same overlap. I'm going to cut this long strip of filter media down, and it doesn't have to be perfect, you guys, to about 6 inches. Okay, you can measure it however you want to measure it, but mine is just a little over 6 inches. That's no big deal. Now you can choose to make it 2-ply by folding it over, and now it's 5 inches by 6 inches as your filter inside of your mask. Or you can make it 1-ply, so you can save another one for later, or give another one to someone else. And so I'm going to make mine 1-ply. So this is just one piece that's 5 inches by 6 inches. You have your tie, which goes at the top of your filter. Now you know it's the top because when you fold it down, you can actually feel your twist tie at the top. You fold up the bottom. Okay, and I know that my filter is 6 inches wide. If you have a wider face, you can actually cut the media to be more than 6 inches, but we recommend 5 inches this way for most faces. The media is 10 inches, and then you can cut the media to be whatever size you need it to be. It's just not bigger than 10 inches. Then, just like before, you put your rubber bands on either side. Fold it in, and I'll show you putting it on. So I put this mask back on. I have the media inside. It's nice and tight. I guess I made it a little smaller right there. But even though it bubbles, you can see that it's still tight against the face. So there, your no-sew mask. So I just took the mask off, and I'm going to remove my filter. So you want to be very careful when you're using your mask not to touch your face after you've taken your mask off. You don't want to touch your mask when it's on your face either. So you can straighten out your pipe cleaner, and I prefer that you throw this away after use. So have enough pipe cleaners or bread twisties to just throw this away. If you can, throw away your filter. But if you can't throw away your filter because you don't have very many, you put a little mark on the side next to your face. Why do you do this? Because when you take it off, if you can't immediately replace the filter and you're reusing your filter over again, you don't want to have the outside touching your face next time, right? So I would recommend that these be single-use filters if you can. But let's say you take it off during the day for something and you want to put it back on, be sure that when you put it back on, if something falls or something happens, that this is your inside, and that's how you know it. So love and hugs, everyone. Be safe and stay home if you can.